It's been a minute. It's been a season since I sent the last video, but I wanted to give you a quick update on life here in Southwest Michigan and within Young Life as well. And for today's update, I think I wanted to share a little bit of my story with y'all. And what's fun about this video is each one of you are going to find places in the story that like you were there or you were a part of this. But with everyone getting this video, for all my donors, it's like piecing together the whole puzzle, which is really cool. But I don't want to share the whole thing, just mostly my passion, story about my passion behind being on staff with Young Life. When I was first introduced to Young Life in high school, having never been a part of it and going to camp for the first time, being my first experience, I came back and I was just so jealous of Sean's job. Like I was like, oh, what he is doing is awesome. Like I love the idea of just like hanging out with high schoolers and walking through faith and going to camp and it's hard. Like I later find out there's some hard pieces to it, but what he does is super cool. And so going to college with that mentality was really fun, and like being a volunteer leader at Arsenal Tech with Sarah Trombley was super fun. Many times to this day I reflect on that experience. So when I started interning at Timberwolf for the summer of 2014, I experienced the behind the scenes of the camp life of Young Life, which doesn't sound like it should be very different, but it is. And it was a blast. I was exposed to such a different area of this ministry. And so I took a year to really think about, do I want to go what we call field staff, which is going to the high schools and going to middle schools, or do I want to consider going camp staff and working at Timberwolf Lake or one of these other camps around our country? So when going to 2015, my second internship at Timberwolf, I was really wrestling with the idea. I really wanted to analyze the pros and cons, if you will, of it and how I was wired. I walk away from that experience from more Bible studies, mentorships, and multiple other experiences there. Walk away living into the truth that I am meant to be around people, like different people every day. I feel very comfortable around foreign relationships, and I feel really like my cup is full when I get to do that. Whereas at camp, like you get to those experiences when groups come in, but then those groups end up leaving. So like, I also really enjoy the consistency of being in community with people and being exposed that way. So I walk away from that experience very determined to go on field staff. No idea what the process was. I reached out to Jack Nikovich in Indianapolis area. I say, hey, I kind of want to do this thing. I want to do this thing in Michigan. I really love Michigan, and I think it's beautiful. Lived in Indiana my whole life, and I just fell in love with Michigan instantly. What do I do? So he told me who to email and I went through that process, got my name put in the bowl for the region, and then eventually I ended up in Kalamazoo. I wasn't ever considered full-time Young Life staff. I've only been considered part-time. My time in Indianapolis, I was part-time student staff as a college kid. My time in Kalamazoo, I was part-time Young Life staff and part-time church staff. And then after Kalamazoo, moving here into St. Joe, I've been part-time staff and part-time donut employee working at this donut shop, which has been super fun. But the big update that I want to share with everyone is starting September 1st, I will officially be on full-time Young Life staff, which is crazy. First day of quarantine here is when my area director told me that was the committee's decision and that the job was offered to me. And my reaction was just like, that's great. I've always wanted to try this, but like, I have no idea what that means right now in this time. So I've been having a lot of conversations with our area director here and with other staff here about what does that look like and what am I stepping into, especially during a season like this. I've been only encouraged with the words of people saying that like that they see me just like filling this role really well. They see me adapting to this creatively really well, and it's just been really encouraging. So as of September 1st, I will be officially on full-time staff, and for the first time in about 10 years in this ministry, I will not have a second job to cover me financially. I will just be fully focused and all in to Young Life in Southwest Michigan area. I will be overseeing St. Joe High School and Upton Middle School, which is both in St. Joe. Upton feeds into St. Joe High School. And really cool part, this could be intimidating, but I'm basically starting two brand new clubs. I get to have the flexibility to be creative in these processes and what I'm asking leaders to do and how we facilitate culture. All that's really exciting for me. I'm really jazzed about that. A little update about LMC stuff this year. The idea of colleges right now with the pandemic happening with COVID around is really difficult to be on campus. There's been rumors about like if you leave campus, you're not allowed back onto campus. So it's hard to ask college kids to go to a weekend camp if there's even going to be one. I don't know the information right now. And it's hard to facilitate anything on campus as outside sources aren't really allowed on campus. But I'm encouraged that I will continue just to try to be a resource at LMC for students who want to get plugged into the community. Because it is a community college, there's a lot of like travelers, or there's a better word for that, Cody, commuters. At LMC, there's a lot of commuters that come in to and from campus. So I really hope that I can still be on the radar of their clubs, that they can get involved in and be a resource for them. For my LMC team, I plan on working with them and asking them to transition over with me to St. Joe Young Life or Wildlife, whatever they feel most comfortable with, to continue to keep them involved. If they are uncomfortable with either, I would like to ask them to step into a different area just to figure out what they're passionate about, figure out how we can integrate like young adult ministry with more youth ministry. So LMC is just a little complicated right now, but I'm staying in the conversation and I'm trying to continue to be updated with where they're at. So for the month of August, I am actually stepping away from my other part-time job, and I'm using that month to finalize my fundraising, to meet my goal so I can step into the end of 2020 into 2021 being fully funded, so I will be covered for my job for the full year. And in that, I'm hosting an event at the end of August. Doing another virtual trivia night, and what's really cool about this is it's going to be offered to the community as an outreach to like get to know the community more, but with it being virtual, it's offered to anyone. So you can go on and you can have your friends meet over Zoom, or get 10 or less people in your house. In Michigan, it's 10 or less. I don't know what it's like where you're at, but whatever you're comfortable with, like you can be involved in this event. I just want to extend an invite to you. We were looking at the last Friday of August. I believe that is August 28th. And on that Friday, that there will be a link that will be sent to you to be involved in this trivia night, and to invite your friends to have just a fun night. You can pay what you want. There's a suggested donation, but honestly, you can pay whatever. But just a good night to maybe reconnect with people outside of your state or in your state or around you. And I just want to invite you into that event. I'm really excited. I have a very specific goal with that fundraiser. So that's my update for you right now. It sounds like to me that August is going to be a little crazy. So I hope to send you another update in September when I'm officially a full-time Young Life staff employee here in Southwest Michigan Young Life. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.